Hey everyone, and welcome back to Dark Forest for the next episode in our Let's Play series. So we're just on our way up to the store area where we was clearing at the end of the last video. I've cleared a few more trees, some alongside the road as you may be able to tell. So a little bit more open. So I've got a big stack of logs waiting to be sold over by this elephant container. The actual trailer full of wood chips, or I said the trailer is full of wood chips. So we've got another 30,000 litres of wood chips in here. So what we'll do, we'll get this connected up. And we'll go and unload this and sell those logs over there. There's another couple of stacks of logs that I've cleared as well. They're just on the ground waiting to be loaded up. But I think I've cleared enough space now so we can actually build the spinnery. We just need to get the rest of the money, which we should hopefully have by the time we've sold the rest of these logs. So we can get the spinnery built today, get that delivered some wool to that and get that up and running. So there we go, 39,065 for that load, and then we should get around another 13,000 for the wood chips, which will, well, we've already got enough money. The production building is 150,000, so we can afford to build that now. So having that a bit of extra will help with the landscaping as well, so we can pay for any ground changes we need. And the price of wood chips may have actually increased slightly as we are now into December, so may get a little bit more than we was getting previously. Yeah, 14,984, so just under 15,000 for one load of wood chips. So we'll park this up over here. I think there may be some more wood chips still in the chipper. No. It may need unfolding for it to... Yeah, there we go. Don't think there's a huge amount left in there, but there's a little bit. So that's another 5,368 litres of wood chips. So what we'll do is we'll get this dropped off out the way, and then we can get the logging trailer over and then get those logs loaded up out of the way as well. We can then get the production building built, which I want to build down this end towards where that road joins up. We'll go and get the wool from the farm and get that delivered. The other thing I want to try and do today as well is build the other production building I mentioned in the last episode. One of the ones from Omatana, which I probably think we'll build up here as well. Now we've got a bit of space next to the spinnery building. We will also need to build a few more, or at least 2 more trailers or homes for workers for both production buildings. I'm thinking as the spinnery building I want to do is also fabric, so it does fabric. I mean, it also does clothes as well, so we can convert the wool into fabric, and then we can also then convert the fabric into clothing in that one building. So I'm thinking possibly adding 2 homes for that production. Kind of like we've got 1 worker for each production we've got running in that building. And then we'll need another one then for the Omatana farm production building as well, if we get one of those. So I say first thing is to get the rest of these logs that we've got loaded up, and we can get these sold. I've got the last few logs to load up onto this trailer, and we can get these sold. That should give us probably another 40,000, I imagine. That'll take us well above 200. That should be plenty of money to get the spinnery built at least, and then do a bit of landscape and maybe get the new road in across the front of the store. And then we may need to clear a few more trees and get those sold to get the rest of the money we'll need then for the other production building. So I'll just drop this one on the front as there's still a bit of space. So what I'm considering doing as well after we've finished up in this area is moving the forestry equipment back down towards the old sawmill and then onto the side of the two fields we've got created down there. Start clearing some trees along there so we can extend those two fields into that area. Possibly join those together as well to create one large field, and then maybe clear space to try and get another field in that area. So we've got, just trying to think how many fields we've got currently. We've got the field we had soybeans in that we harvested last time, which I want to join to the smaller field that's next to that. We've got the field that I've sown with barley for next year's harvest. And then we've got the two fields by the... Oh, I nearly knocked the old trailer over, just trying to push that log on. Yeah, we've got the two fields by the old sawmill as well. I'll say the old sawmill. There is no new sawmill. By the sawmills. Which I want to join together. So currently we've got 3 fields. So it would be nice to get a 4th, possibly even a 5th field, and get those planted up for the coming harvest for next year. So first thing is just to get these sold, and we can get this new spinnery built. I am also considering getting the money to buy the other sawmill. So we've got 2 production sawmills running, as we don't really need to keep it as a sell point now. We've got this one, and the price is very rarely that much difference between the two to need to worry about having that 2 different places to sell the wood. So there we go, up to 222,480. So we'll go and park this up out the way. So I'll get that spinnery built, and we can go and get the wall delivered to it so that can be up and running. Okay, so what I may do first is just at least delete the grass going across there where the road's going to go, so we know where we're working up to. So I'll do what I usually do, is set the degrees of rotation on the minimap to 360 or 0. And we'll go to plants and meadow grass. We'll get the brush size we want, which is usually about that. Try and come in a little bit so we don't want the road too close to the edge of the clearing. So I'm not 100% sure exactly where the full spawn area is for equipment. It would be nice to leave a slight gap in between as well, so we can get a bit of like a grass verge in there. So we'll just hold down the right mouse button and just delete that strip of grass so we know that's where the road will go. I'm not going to put that in yet, just because it does cost quite a bit of money. So at least we know where we're coming from, and then that will probably just curve that off, join up to that one as well. But this road going down towards the gas station may just move over slightly as we go as well, and do a bit more work on that. So what I'll need to work out now is if I have actually cleared enough trees to fit this building in. So we go productions, and we want it's 150,000. So yeah, the custom production spinnery by BK Mods. And we turn it around 90 degrees. So yeah, I might just need to take a few more trees off because I don't want it too close to that road. Oh, we could actually put it in a bit further down this way where there is a little bit more space. We can get it slightly further back. So if we say, let's try and bring that forward. Yeah, the trees are in the way. Disable the collisions. We'll go for it there. And that should be plenty of space then to just get an access road in and out. So we'll put some asphalt texture down. I'll just double check is that it is 90 degrees. I'll just double check that because it'd be annoying if it's slightly off. So we want this production building. I will just double check. So we've got set the degrees of rotation to 90. Yeah, that looks fine. So we'll go landscaping, paint mode, and we'll just put some of the asphalt texture around this building. This is where they really need the undo button in build mode. As you say, you can waste so much money if you make a slight mistake and you need to rectify it. There is no recovering your money. One thing would be nice as well if they... I don't mind paying for the landscaping costs. I'd much rather pay for them than have them for free, but without that undo button sometimes it's tricky to want to justify doing any landscaping, especially if you make a slight mistake. What we'll probably do is give it a little bit more space around this end of the building as well. And just across this side. Just tidy it up a little bit. And just take that little bit of grass off. Going up there, and then what we'll do, we'll probably have a road in that comes in and then goes out. So if we bring that down to there, it should be wide enough. Drop off is there, so we'll come over a little bit more actually, this end probably there to give us a bit more space to drive in and out. And we'll probably just go across diagonally across that bit. That should make it nice and easy to get in there, although we won't need to get in very often. So what I'll probably will do is once we've delivered the first load of wood wall, I'll probably set it to auto distribute from then on, so we don't have to worry about delivering it every so often, so we can kind of reduce how many pallets we're having to load up every so often. So we will need just access eventually for loading up the actual pallets of fabric, which we'll then sell on. So if I try and get that so it's a nice 45 degree. Yeah, I think that should do for now. So I don't want to spend too much money on landscaping. As you see, we're already down to just 70,000. But I think that'll do for a start. And I just think I may put that road in. If we set that back to 360, might as well just put the road texture in while we're here. Just go up to there for now. I'll spin that round. Set that to 180. As close as we can get it. I'll just put that up to there so we know where that road's going to be now. And what we'll do, we'll put another entrance into the store area. The sell everything container will probably move at some point as well. But that's the first production building done. Right, so what we'll do actually, we'll leave that there. I'll sell the wood chips we've got in here. Oh, we've got it. I'm going to buy the new pickup truck to use. Because this one, as I mentioned, this one's just way too small for these trailers. Kind of ridiculous using it, but it's what we've got at the moment. We'll just get this unloaded and sold, and I'll buy the new pickup truck, and hopefully that's going to be a lot better to use for these gooseneck trailers. So we'll take the flatbed one and get the wall loaded up, and then we can get that delivered to the spinnery and get that up and running. And then if we've got enough money, I may look at getting the other production building put in. So just turn that one off there for a bit. Let's go and see about getting this new truck. So we go cars, and the one I'm going to get is, as I mentioned last time, the TLX. I'm not going to go for the patina one, although it is the cheaper option. I'm going to go for the 1982 special by 82 Studios. Engine setup. How much is an extra 12,000? I think I'm going to keep it standard for now because I think 480 horsepower should be more than enough. But I will change the configuration to the workhorse so we can put the flatbed on. And I think everything else I'm going to keep standard at the moment. We'll go with that one. Keep the wheels as standard. I do want to take the number plate off. So no plate. Okay. So it's going to cost us 22,682. So we'll buy that. And then we want to go combinations, and I want to get this bed for it. And there we go. We've got ourselves a new pickup truck, which is going to be a lot bigger than that one. Well, not much bigger, but it'll be hopefully a lot bigger for pulling those gooseneck trailers. I forgot to do the number plate on the flatbed. Right, 25,000's not too bad for a new pickup. And you can see the size difference just from here, just how much bigger this one is. Just make that base game pickup truck look absolutely tiny. And these gooseneck trailers don't look ridiculously big on the back of it. So we'll head back to the farm. We'll get the wool loaded up on here so we can get it brought up and get the production building underway. Right, so we'll park this up next to the wall. As I mentioned, I've got the additional pallet storage mod, so they do come in stacks of 4. So we'll make loading up a little bit quicker and a little bit easier as well. I always like to deliver the first load of products to a building, and after that I will set it to auto distribute. So we go and grab the skid steer, which I'm pretty sure I'll put back in here. Yep. And we'll get those loaded up. I think we've got around 21,000 litres of wool currently. That's around about 21 full pallets. That building will only spawn a full pallet of wool. So you won't get partial pallets like you do when the sheep pastures fill up. Yeah, we'll get all these loaded up and then get them delivered. Right, last 2 pallets to put on, and we can get these delivered. That looks like a lot of wool. Let's try and squeeze these on the end next to these ones without knocking the other ones off on the far side at least. There we go. That'll do. Just park this up over here out the way. I'll get these strapped down. So I think we had around about 21,000 litres in total inside the storage. Just take 22,000. So if I go into the production menu now and additional pallet storage, I'm going to now set that to distributing, and we'll just check that is all running okay. Yeah, we'll get the wool delivered. And then we'll get that storage up and running. Production up and running. Okay, so first 22,000 litres of wool to be delivered to our new spinnery textile production. There we go. So we can now start production of fabric and then clothes. We go in the production menu. So we can't produce clothing from fabric, from wool, like you can with one of the other production buildings that came out recently, where you can convert cotton and wool straight into clothing. And looking at the production rates on this one, it's a lot better than the one I've got on Hinterland, so I might need to change over to this one. So if we set the fabric wool first, activate that, and then obviously that we can do clothes Then so 5 fabric into 4 cloves, so we'll activate that one as well. So we'll get those up and running, and then we'll just quickly check the best time of year to sell cloves. So it's showing April, so hopefully come April we'll have a few pallets of cloves to sell, and then we'll just sell it once every time we get to the highest price point for cloves, which is showing May on this one. But yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. So it's going to around about April, May before we can sell those. So after that, we don't quite have enough money now for the other production building, so we will need to get some more trees cleared. So I say I'll get the forestry equipment back down by the other sawmill, and we'll start clearing some trees down there, so we can open up space for a new field and extend the 2 fields that are there as well. Okay, so all the forestry equipment has been brought back down this end. So what we'll do, we'll carry on working, clearing trees from this side of the field, going down that way. That way then we can bring these fields out a bit this way, and then possibly clear enough space that side to get another field ploughed in. And as I mentioned before, I want to try and join these 2 fields together and then take a little bit of space off that end to access the sawmills rather than going around that one field. So I'll just put a straight road in going into the sawmills, and they can loop around the sawmills and then come back out. So yeah, the plan will be to get these trees cleared, and what we're probably going to do is maybe, yeah, trying to decide whether to do them as straight up logs to start with, or do a combination of logs and wood chips, or just wood chip from the start. What I might do, I know we've got a slightly bigger truck. If we get that disconnected, I might wood chip them to start with, till we get enough money to get the larger trailer that we can then use for the wood chips, so we've got more capacity, so we're not to drive up and deliver them, because obviously we're quite away from the sell point now. It's going to take a lot longer to drive up from there, and I may do a slight combination of keep the larger ends or logs and then just chip the shorter sections. So we'll get this one set up here. We'll drop the log trail off for a second, and we'll get the wood chipper set up, and then I say, yeah, we'll keep probably the first 2 or 3 logs, so the thicker pieces of logs, as 6 meters. We'll keep those to one side to sell as logs, possibly fill up the production sawmill as well if we get enough money to buy that, and then we'll just chip the shorter offcuts, which I end up just piling up and then struggle to pick up in one go anyway. So we'll set that up around here, get that unfolded, get the pipe out, get that running, and yeah, we'll start clearing some more trees. Okay, so we've cleared quite a few trees, or I've cleared quite a few trees, as you can see. The trailer I think is pretty much full, or almost full, of wood chips, so we'll go and get that unloaded. It'll be just a case of getting these logs loaded up and then getting them sold. Yeah, it looks like the trailer's full. Let's try this one, see if anything goes in it. Yeah, it looks like that is full. So we'll get this switched off. So I've put a mark across where I was clearing up to. So just deleted the grass in a straight line going across that top end. So we've cleared up to this line. So there's a few more trees to go as we work way down there. So I'll try and get all those done for this month, so we can get all the kind of winter forestry out of the way. That should give us a nice bit of money then for getting the other production building in, which we'll be able to afford after selling this load. So we'll sell this load, we'll get the other production building in, because I'm not 100% sure on what actually we can do with it. In terms of, it shows what the inputs are and what the outputs are. I'm not 100% sure exactly what each recipe is. So we'll see, we'll get that built and we'll see what we can do with that and get some stuff delivered so we can get that one up and running as well today. Okay, so we should get around about the same amount as we did before, which was just under 15,000 litres. $15,000 I should say for this load. We'll just double check what the current wood chip price is. I imagine it's up around 500 per 1,000 litres. Where's wood chips gone? I've gone too far down. There we go. 507. It's actually slightly higher, so we should get just over 15,000 this time. There we go, 15,234. So we're up to 60,000. So we'll get that other production building put down while we're up here. I'm just going to put it next to this one. So if we just quickly go into build mode, and we'll go productions, and I'm going to go for this one. We'll just actually put the interactive zone marks on to double check where the triggers are, which is always handy. One of those things of, even if you have the triggers disabled, it's like switched off in build mode, it would be nice if they automatically showed all the time, so you can actually see where things are required. So it looks like we've got pallets spawn point at the front there, and then the drop off point just to the left hand side. So maybe if we put it that way around, it'll give us a bit more space. And then if we come over this way a little bit, I might need to just clear a few more trees behind the back of these at some point, but I think if we go there, that should do for now. And again, I'll just quickly put a bit of texturing in front. So pallet spawn point there, so we want a bit of space to access the pallets when we come to load them up. Drop off point is just there, so I think if we go straight down there, and then we'll put a little bit more around the back, and possibly just put another driveway in there and just open that up a little bit more as well across there. Again, just makes it easier. You can just drive in, unload, and then drive back out. You don't have to mess around turning, reversing. So that is our second new production of the day built. So we'll just go in production menu. So you can see this one, it does have quite a lot of stuff it can do, but the production rates aren't massive. So it does 480 cycles. So it's nothing crazy. And a lot of this stuff we won't have. I have switched the greenhouse to tomatoes, so we could potentially set tomato sauce going. Mixed salad, we could potentially also get a second greenhouse and do tomatoes and lettuce to get mixed salad. Oat drink. We don't have spare oats to do oatmeal or oat drink. We need the oats for horses. Potatoes we don't have. So French fries is something we can't do. Spaghetti, we need flour, which we can actually produce flour in here with wheat or barley. But barley we need for the chickens. So we can do sugar beets, bread, cakes, raisins. A lot of this stuff we won't be able to do. Sunflower oil, canola oil. Potentially ones we could do if we get some more of those in. So I think actually... yeah, soy drink, soybeans. And actually we do have some canola, so we could bring our canola up and do some canola oil. We could do some soy drink. We just need some water and soybeans. Yeah, so if we go and get our soybeans and then we'll deliver our canola, we can get those done. What I may do is just go to our greenhouse. I did set it tomatoes. We don't have many, but I'm going to set that to distributing. And then we'll activate the tomato sauce so we can start production of tomato sauce from the tomatoes. We'll go and grab the soybeans, get the canola delivered as well. so we can start canola oil production, and we'll need to get some water. Soybeans and canola have been delivered. I was just bringing up the water tank so we could top up the water for the soy drink. What I wanted to do actually, just check, was thinking about replacing this tanker for a slightly larger one. That's the one we've currently got, which is only 2082 litres. There is that one, but I don't think that'll fit on our truck. I think that one does only fit the 2020. I'm not pretty sure that. I don't think there's anything like that for our current truck. So there is that one, which is 5,000 or 50,000 unrealistic, which is 5,100. Standard or unreal. What was the... There is that one, which is 6,056 litres, which is bigger than that one and that one. Yeah, so I may swap this one and get one of these. So we'll buy that one to use instead, because it does take me a while to fill up the water for the sheep and the horses with this one. Well, I think this is what we could afford at the time. So we'll sell this one. Yeah, that's nearly 3 times the capacity. So we'll do the repair, repaint, just to get a little bit more back, and sell that. So 2,136 back, but that's not too bad. Now we've got a bigger truck as well. This one doesn't look too bad on the back. So we'll just need to fill up the water on the new production building. Then we can start the soy drink production going. And what I'll do is I'll just probably build a water fill point. So we want containers. Probably just put the open air garden pump from Omatana in. Just over here. And then we can get some water in. I don't think we'll need to fill it up completely. There's a whole 100,000 litres, so it might be there for a while, filling up that much, and we don't have that much in the way of soybeans. We've got 15,189 litres of soybeans, and then I also delivered the 14,000 odd litres of canola. So that one is underway. So we want to start soybeans drink. So it's 1 soybeans, 10 water to 10 soybean drink. So we'll activate that. So we need 10 times the amount of water as we've got soybeans, which would be 150,000 litres. So yeah, we won't be able to fill it up completely enough to do that. So I'll finish filling up the water, and then we can get back down and continue clearing the logs. Okay, so the water was fully filled up, and I've dropped the water trailer back off at the farm. So we've got the production of canola oil, soybean drink, and also tomato sauce all running now, along with the clothing. So what I'm going to do is continue clearing probably up to where the end of this field comes, which is just around about here. I could also come a little bit further over actually and utilise this bit of space down this end as well. What I plan to do, as I mentioned before, I just want to bring this field back a little bit, so there's a bit more space in front of the sawmills, and then also take that end of the field, so we'll come straight off across here with a road going out onto the other road we've built over there. So got a bit more space around the sawmills. So I think I left that running. Yep, wasting all our fuel. So yeah, I'm going to continue. I'm going to try and get all the rest of these trees cleared. Wood chipped the smaller sections, and we can start getting some of these logs loaded up and sold at the sawmill over there. And then if we get enough money, I'm going to buy that sawmill and then set that up as production of probably planks. I say probably planks. I think that's pretty much all that sawmill will produce is planks. So we'll have the one doing prefab walls, which we'll continue doing, and we'll have planks from that one. Just give us another stream of income as well for the farm as we go over the year. And we'll also get some wood chips from that production line. The prefab walls is the one thing we don't get with that production, is we don't get wood chips from it. So yeah, I'm going to continue with this and I'll come back hopefully when it's all done. Okay, so I've been busy clearing trees. As you can see, the tree harvester's down this far end now. I've cleared way past the end of the actual field, and we've got quite a few stacks of logs over there still to sell. I've already sold one load and also a full trailer load of wood chips, so we are up to 75,602. So if we sell this load, we should then be able to afford to buy this sawmill, which will give us our third production building of the day. I will still need to go in and put the trailers in for the workers. So we'll... No, wrong trigger. This trigger first. I need to actually sell the wood before we can buy it. And it looks like I've got the trailer stuck. Trying to get a little bit too close to those for the trigger. So yeah, we're up to 120,000 now, so we can actually afford it. But we'll sell the rest of the logs, so it's another 21,039. And then now we can buy it. So the building has been purchased. We'll open the production menu. And we'll set this one to do planks. Obviously we'll need to put some wood in. But we'll get the wood chips as well. So it's what, 3 wood, 4 planks to 0.5 wood chips, and not a huge amount of wood chips. The cycles per month isn't too bad on these either. So we just need to get some more of that wood delivered to fill this up. How much does it actually take? 110,000 litres. So yeah, probably another couple of loads of wood. Pallets will spawn around here. So yeah, I'm going to probably go and get the rest of those logs, or some of those logs, loaded up, get them delivered to the sawmill to get those cleared out the way, and then we just need to finish off by building another 3 trailer homes at least, possibly 4 I think, because that overtime production does have multiple productions as well as the other one. So yeah, maybe another 4 trailer homes to cover those productions for workers. Okay, so I've pretty much loaded up all of the logs apart from a small pile. The sawmill, both sawmills are being completely topped up, so they're full to capacity with logs. So this load we can sell. Obviously now we can't sell down at the other sawmill because we own it. We'll have to bring it up here. So once we've got these sold, we'll head back down, and then the next job, or the last job for today, will be to build a few more trailer homes for the workers for the productions that we've put in. So let's get this last stack sold. There we go, 22,689. So we're up to 112,106. So not bad day's work. 3 new productions we've bought, 2 built. And we've completely topped up both sawmills as well with logs. I've got another trailer load of wood chips and a few logs left to load up, but probably not a full load. So I'll probably get another few trees cut down next time to fill up a trailer load ready to get sold. And then we've got a nice big area opened up now to extend the 2 fields we've got, and while we're driving past we'll just refuel as we are quite low. So we've got a decent area opened up now to extend those 2 fields and combine them. I'm thinking of probably leaving it as 2 separate fields, but just making 2 large fields in that space so we can get 2 different crops in. So that'll give us potentially 4 fields for next year. I would like to try and open up some more space to get at least a fifth field in if we can. But as you can see, we've got quite a big open space up now going alongside here, so we'll just park this up over here and then we'll just quickly go and build the 2 new trailer homes, or well, 4 new trailer homes I think. We may need to extend the fence. I can't remember if I left any space for additional. We might be okay to fit a few in. Don't know if I'll fit 4. We might fit 2 in. So if we go to farmhouses and we want this one, just get that around. It's a shame you can't change the colour on these, so we could mix them up a little bit. We go try and get them lined up. Now it looks like I'm only going to be able to fit 2 in without moving that fence. I think we're going to need at least 3. If we put that one there and then come across and get that one there, is that in line? Or is that one slightly too far over? That looks like it's in line that way. So if we demolish that little bit of fence, we might be able to squeeze one more in. But we will need to get some trees cleared. We put that one probably about there, just in front of that tree. It should be enough space, and I think that's 1 for each production at least. That's the farm production, the sawmill, and also the spinnery. So I would like to probably add another 1. I think we're going to need to clear a few of these trees before we can do that. So maybe I'll do that for next time. I'll come up here and clear a few more trees around here so we can get a few more trailers in. And we'll do the same as we've done on the others. We'll just give them a little bit of gravel in front. I think that one's actually looks a little bit further back than this one. Not that it really matters too much. And just do the same quickly on this one. There we go. And yeah, that'll do. I think I'd say put the letter boxes or the post boxes, but it's always takes forever to find them. There we go. Can really do with that search function mod that we had in 19 for the build mode. Change the colour of that one. As I mentioned in previous video, at some point we'll probably move these to a different place and redo them. I'll give this one a blue. There we go. So we'll need to clear some trees around the back and get at least 1 more, because I think 4 for those productions is a better option than the 3. But yeah, we'll leave that there for today. So hope you have enjoyed today's video. I think there's a log there. I've just walked over. Yeah, so we've got plenty more to do. We've got, say, more space now, so I'll probably get through to early spring, ready for next time, so we can get the new fields ploughed in and start work on that. I'm still having that problem with the truck. I thought I'd solved that problem with the some reason when you walk down the side of this base game truck, I don't know if it's just this map or just goes really laggy. As if there's nothing coming up error wise in the logs. It's strange. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. But yeah, anyway, we'll leave it there for today. So I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Really do appreciate that. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, then please do consider subscribing. We've got more Farm Simulator 22 content coming up with this series, and also the live streams on UMRV currently at the moment. So again, big thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you again. Goodbye.